Listen, coming from a father who has a son who was diagnosed with autism, this is something I can stand behind, and it targets boys and black boys quite often. But why? It has to be a method to the madness. I've been researching and doing certain things and taking preliminary cautions and making adjustments here and there. But listen to what Trump said to RFK.
Our goal is to get toxins out of our environment, poisons out of our food supply, and keep our children healthy and strong. As an example, not long ago, and you can't even believe these numbers, 1 in 10,000 children had autism, 1 in 10,000, and now it's 1 in 36. There's something wrong, 1 in 36, think of that. So we're going to find out what it is, and there's nobody better than Bobby and all of the people that are working with you. You have the best to figure out what is going on. Okay, Bobby, good luck.
Listen, and it could come from so many different things. So I really want them to get down to the bottom of it because I know it's so many different parents who are affected who might not even have the mindset to try to find solutions and things of that nature, or that are just kind of stressed over the thought process of the things that could come with a child being on the spectrum. And every child is different. We're fortunate because our boys were born early. They were born 2.5 months early, born at 26 and a half weeks. And the son that was diagnosed with autism, he was like 2 pounds, 6.8 ounces. And I know that, down to the T because I was heavily involved, and this was 10 years ago. He was reading at the age of 1, fully functional and capable, but he has this areas such as emotional control and things of that nature, which we're still working on in certain areas. But a lot of times people will connect it to whether or not they got shots, and they didn't have shots. However, being born early, certain things that could come with that. We looked at so many different things. It could be antibiotics that play a part. So it's so many different things that a person might not look into. Of course, it can be environmental and certain things that they might be deficient in certain areas of minerals, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it's so many different things. But getting down to the bottom of this, I think will revolutionize the health of the country and ultimately the world that may also be heading down the wrong path of the things that America is doing as a whole. So make America healthy again is a big initiative, and I love it. And I stand behind it. I salute it and I applaud it because a lot of times we are looking at labels, looking at dyes, looking at all of the things that these organizations are feeding the children, all of the things that target these children that are detrimental to them mentally and has a negative impact even beyond just autism. This goes into attention deficit, ADD, ADHD, or thinking that, there's certain things going on cognitively that could have an immediate effect or could have a long-term effect. So it's a lot of different factors that go into this, but raising awareness to it is one thing, but having an administration that's trying to dive in deep and look and see what the issues are and then work on solutions, not just a study, actual solutions of things that can be being done and incentivizing the fact that they're looking into it. That's a big initiative, and Big Pharma might be terrified. Not terrified, but you got to understand that they make a lot of money off of illness. If everybody was healthy, then they wouldn't make as much money. See, true health, true insurance, true doctors should be paid to the level of the health of their client, not off of being able to prescribe so many different medications. And this is across the board. I've gotten off of talking about just the child angle of autism, but just knowing that they monetize and make money off of illnesses is a problem, especially when you're dealing with the American people. If you want a healthy and thriving country, then you want healthy and thriving people, and that makes the country as a whole better, not driving them down into poor health, early death, mental issues, which have a trickle down effect that affect the parents, other family members, their livelihood in the future, because the kids of today are the adults of tomorrow. So if you're not paying attention to these things and seeing how wide scale certain things that they call illnesses or disease are spreading, and they don't necessarily have to be that way because there's a solution. And I always feel like, look, if somebody say, it's nothing you can do, it's irreversible, then I always side eye because I understand the power of nature, the power of God, and understanding that it's always a solution, even when someone else thinks that it's not. There's always a solution. So I would love to see what this solution is. I'm still doing my homework, doing my reading, doing certain things that we've incorporated, such as detox baths, certain detoxes, certain things that we see positive adjustments to him aging up, and finding different methods that we can use to help him have his own emotional control that he can trigger just by himself versus just outside entities. All of those things play a part. But autism is not something that I like, but mentally I'm able to compartmentalize certain things and have a glass half full perspective, which allows me to view it different than what I feel many parents may not be able to do. So my heart goes out to those who are stressed heavily behind it without being able to see it from different perspectives, and definitely for those who are able to get solutions to these problems that can change their relationship with their kid. Is going to be second to none. There are different groups and things out there where the parent just wish they can have a conversation with their child because their child may be nonverbal. That isn't our case. We have conversations, talk and be able to unpack and see what's in his mind, and working on him being able to speak up and really express himself in a certain manner is what we focus on. But we are able to have good conversations and things of that nature, and always have. So we don't have that issue, but it's another parent who wish they can have that conversation, wish they can hear their child's words. The child themselves is wishing they can express themselves because sometimes they don't know how. And it's so many different things that come with that a lot of people, if you're not experienced to it or you're not experiencing it, then you become naive to it and you brush it off as if it's not a big deal. But it's not a big deal until it's right at your front door. It's not at home. I mean, to at your, it's to somebody that you can relate to or connected to who's experiencing it. And in order to minimize that number from growing from 1 in 36, that's too high. That needs to go in the other direction to where it's 1 in thousands until eventually none. Because at some point it was none. So let's get back to where it was none. And it all starts with initiatives like this. Cinco Smith signing out. Salute.
I am a magnet. I am a money magnet. If I want it, I can have it. Imagination with some action. Law of attraction. I attract positive people, and positive people somehow be attracted to me. But I feed off of negative energy. Negative energy give me the power I need. Peace. You were never born to be mediocre. Worldwide well, tell me why you thinking local. You're a greatness in the making. Amazing grace, somebody bringing the vocals. Look, you were never born to settle when the world needs you right now more than ever. Just know that I'm God sent, bringing knowledge and hot spit. Somebody better go warn the devil. Hello.